Good morning, ELCO. I'm Jakers.
And I'm Vanessa. Today is Friday, April 7th, day 3.
It is also National Coffee Cake Day.
Today for lunch, we will be having pasta with or without meat, sauce, salad, breadstick, fresh fruit and vegetable bar, and milk.
And now please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Attention 9th, 10th, and 11th grade students. If there are any students who have not met with a counselor for scheduling, please come to the counseling office to do so. Also, remember to have a parent sign your scheduling papers and return them to the counseling office as soon as possible so we may complete your request for next year's classes. Thank you. Prom court signups will be taking place from Thursday, April 6th to Thursday, April 13th. In order to sign up for prom court, you must have a weighted GPA of 2.75 and have no discipline or attendance issues. If you're a member of homecoming court, you may not sign up for prom court. Please sign up in the main office. Be sure to pick up a sign-up form when you sign up. Voting will take place via an electronic voting poll. Please see Ms. Yearwood with any questions. If you are a senior and have joined the military or have earned or will earn your Eagle Scout award by graduation with a Richland troop, please stop in the counseling office to see Ms. Hill. Thank you. Now over to a quick video.
Good morning, ELCO. I'm Jakers here with your weather for the weekend. Friday, it's going to be a high of 46, low of 33. There's going to be a lot of rain. For those of you that have sports competitions today, like baseball and softball, good luck getting the game in because it's probably not going to happen. Saturday, it's going to be a high of 58 and a low of 35. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be a little breezy. For those of you going on the Dissinger, New York trip tomorrow, it should look like a pretty nice day up there. And then on Sunday, the temperatures are going to start to rise back up. It's going to be a high of 67, low of 45. Clouds and some sun. And then as we head into the middle of next week, we could be nearing a record of 80 degrees in April. Back to you in the studio.
Do you want to help ELCO be victorious again? Win $500 for the school and win a free photo booth for a school event? If so, listen up. The annual Lancaster-Lebanon County High School Seatbelt Challenge runs from April 3rd to April 25th. During one of these days, an employee from the Center for Traffic Safety will be in our parking lot observing the number of student drivers wearing their seatbelts. Winners will be awarded in one of the two categories. ELCO can win by either having the highest seatbelt usage during the competition or by having the highest usage rate increase between the baseline and the competition. Let's strive to have 100% of our drivers buckled up and help ELCO win again. Kitty Corner Club is hosting a public family fun night on May 4th from 4 to 7 p.m. There will be games, crafts, and story time. If you have an interest in helping out with this event, please see Miss Yearwood. All help will be appreciated. Applications are now being accepted for freshman forward leaders for the next school year. All current sophomores and juniors may apply to be a part of this program. Freshman forward leaders are responsible for helping to assist with the high school transition for the new 9th grade students during the orientation day in August and throughout the upcoming school year. Applications are available in the counseling office and are due April 28th. If you have any questions, see Ms. Fulton, Mrs. Martin, or Mrs. Hicks. Today in sports, the baseball team will be home against Garden Spot while the softball team will be visiting Lampeter Strasburg. Both games are set to begin at 4:15. Good luck, Raiders.
And that's all we have for today.
Have an amazing day, ELCO. And now over to the harbor.
On this episode of The Harbor, we're going to hear from one of my favorite people on the planet, Danny Evans, talk about the importance of being comfortable with who you are and not giving in to peer pressure.
My name is Danny Evans. I'm the Vice President of Marketing for a brand called Ethica. I get to work with some of the biggest athletes, music artists, and influencers in the world. Every day, tens of thousands of kids say yes to things they don't really want to say yes to. Peer pressure. It's one of the biggest challenges you guys will face in high school. Growing up, I was just like you, sitting in the classroom, going through a lot of firsts. Your first high school football game, first dance, first kiss, first date. My parents were really supportive. They gave me a lot of freedom, and they made it very clear you can keep having this freedom as long as you don't get in trouble. As high school progressed, the temptations kind of grew, and all around me, I was watching my friends start to get caught drinking and get suspended from school or get caught with drugs, and all throughout that, I was just able to say no. I had this vision of myself and where I wanted to be. I had goals and I knew kind of how I needed to get there and what I wanted to do. And I also knew that if I would have started drinking or doing drugs and getting caught and getting in trouble with my parents or the school, it would have really held me down from a lot of the stuff that I really wanted to be doing. I was really into action sports, skateboarding, surfing, snowboarding, music, and I really looked up to a lot of the athletes. For me, everything was just like, oh, like you gotta find a career, you gotta find a way to like work with people you love. So basically I was really, really scared to mess that up with any sort of drinking or drugs or temptations. And as high school progressed, it became a little bit easier. At first, it's always hard. You kind of want to be accepted and thought of as cool, and it gets a little bit easier every single year. You may find yourself in a situation where you have a math class or a science class you're supposed to be at, and somebody says, hey man, you don't need to go to that class, let's ditch today. Are you the type of kid that is just gonna say, okay, sure, let's go do that, even though you know you should be in that class and that's something that you were obligated to be at? I challenge you guys to ask yourself a question. Is the decision you're making really the decision you wanna make? Or is it the decision that somebody else wants you to make? Most of the time, the people pressuring you to make a decision know that that decision's wrong and they don't wanna be making it by themselves. Peer pressure is never gonna go away. Throughout high school, it's gonna be the toughest. And once you can get through that, college and your career is just gonna become a little bit easier, but it's always gonna be there. As you grow older, you can look back at high school and realize the people that everybody was trying to impress, or the cool kids, they're not really that cool, and their opinion of you isn't really gonna make a difference in the big picture of life. And I've always lived life by, one kind of motto when it comes to peer pressure, and that is, hey, I'm gonna respect your decisions if you respect mine. Right now, I work in an industry where every day, I get to go to work with my heroes. The only reason that's possible is because of respect. The relationships I have with these people, they know that I'm not gonna give in to peer pressure, and that every decision I make is gonna be something that I truly wanna do. At the end of the day, making a decision you wanna make will always result in respect.